Hello kids and coaches, this is Reid and Elliot, and we're going to break this cat down from a fundamental standpoint. First off, we're going to talk about the obliques. The first layer, as you can see right there, is the external oblique. Its function is to compress the abdomen and flex the trunk. Its insertion is the white linea alba, and its origin is the fascia along the spinal column. The second layer is the internal oblique. Its function is the same. It compresses the abdomen and flexes the trunk. Its insertion is the white linea alba, and its origin is the fascia along the lumbar and ilium region. The third layer you can see down there is the transverse abdominis. Its function is also the same. It compresses the abdomen and flexes the trunk. Its insertion is the white linea alba, and its origin is the lumbar vertebrae and the lower ribs. Flip it around, there we go. Right there, as you can see, is the rectus abdominis. Its function is also the same. It compresses the abdomen and flexes the trunk. Its insertion is the sternum, and its origin is the symphysis pubis. Now we're going to go down to the legs. First, as you can see, is the gracilis. It is below the femoral vein, and its function is to adduct the thigh. Its insertion is the medial surface of the tibia, and its origin is the pubis or pubic symphysis. I'll open her up there. The muscle way down on the bottom, as you can see, is the semitendinosus. Its function is to flex the lower leg. Its insertion is the tibia, and its origin is the ischium. The next muscle above it is the semimembranosus. Its function is to extend the thigh. Its insertion is the end of the femur. Its origin is the ischium as well. The next one, as you see, is the adductor femoris. Its function is to adduct the thigh. Its insertion is the femur, and its origin is the pubis. The next one up, it's sort of a darker muscle, is the adductor longus. Its function is to adduct the thigh as well. Its insertion is the femur, and its origin is the pubis. The next one up in there is the pectineus. It's kind of hard to see, but its function is to adduct the thigh. Its insertion is the lesser trochanter of the femur, and its origin is the anterior pubis. And then on the other side of the vein, another one that's tough to see, is the iliopsoas. Its function is to flex the trunk and hip. Its insertion is the ilium, and its origin is the lumbar vertebrae. Alright, we go to the hot dog. Alright, the superficial muscle you can see here is the sartorius. Its function is to adduct and rotate the thigh and also extend the knee. Its insertion is the tibia and patella, and its origin is the ilium. Right below that, underneath it, is the tensor fascia lata. You can kind of see there's the white tendon. Let me pick it up. Right there. Its function is to flex and abduct the thigh. Its insertion is the tensor fascia, and its origin is the iliac crest. Alright, as you can kind of see the muscles in there, we kind of call this the hot dog. And the hot dog itself is the rectus femoris. Can I see it there? Rectus femoris. Its function is to flex the thigh and extend the lower leg. Its insertion is the tibia, and its origin is the ilium. Alright, on the outside of it is the vastus lateralis. Its function is to extend the leg. Its insertion is the tibia, and its origin is the femur. On the inside of it is the vastus medialis. It extends the leg. Its insertion is the tibia, and its origin is the femur. Those are sort of the two buns that make up the hot dog. Alright, and then the last one is the vastus intermedius. It's underneath, sort of deep in there, and its function is to extend the leg. Its insertion is the tibia, and its origin is the femur. Those four, the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedius, are the four muscles that makes up the quads. Alright, we'll go down to the lower leg over here. The first one, the big one you can see there, is the gastrocnemius. Its function is to extend the foot, which is called plantar flexion. Its insertion is the calcaneus, and its origin is the femur. The next one, right underneath it, is the soleus. So you're there. Its function is to extend the foot. Its insertion is the calcaneus, and its origin is the fibula. Those two muscles, the soleus and gastroc, are the two muscles that make up the Achilles tendon. The next one is the tibialis anterior. Top there. Alright, its function is dorsiflexion of the foot. Its insertion is the first metatarsals on the foot, and its origin is the tibia and the fibula. Alright, the next one is the flexor digitorum longus. Inside there, you can kind of see it attached to the tendons. And there, its function is to flex the digits, or the toes. Its insertion is the phalanges, and its origin is the tibia and the fibula. Alright, I think we got everything. Hope you liked our stuff. Bye.